Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to City Sewers. Alright, now a quick update on the bunnies. They are 4.5 weeks old now. I have been trying to figure out how to sex them. I think I have an idea on most of them, but I'm not going to tell you guys what they are until I am absolutely certain. I'm thinking that probably this weekend they'll be 5 weeks on Saturday. So I think that they will be big enough for me to actually tell what I'm looking at. I know that many people are able to sex baby rabbits before 5 weeks of age, but this is my very first litter of rabbits. So I barely know what I'm looking at to begin with, let alone making it extra super tiny. So we've been handling these babies a lot to make them very friendly and ready to go to good homes. Now, they are getting big enough now that they're little two-handed bunnies. Here's Snowball. It was one of the biggest ones in the litter. I know, buddy, I know. Let's see, he's getting big. Here's Snowball, who likes to always run through the water dish, so his paws are always wet. Here's Jojo, who is one of the smallest ones in the litter. Hi. He's a sweet little buddy. Now, I have decided to go with water dishes, water bowls. We do have the water bottle here. The babies are starting to use it. But having the water dish just lets them have freer access to water because there's so many rabbits in there, and it would be difficult to have it all in water bottles. They also prefer it. Even the adults. I have water crocs in all of the cages because I put those in there when they were in the extreme heat. And even the adult rabbits, they just prefer it. Honestly, it's a more natural way of drinking for them. And I'm going to go ahead and accommodate them and make sure they get plenty of water rather than making them drink out of a water bottle. But I have ordered new dishes that will not be loose in the cage because they do like to move them around, dump them, all that. So I've ordered new bowls that will attach to the wire like the food bowls that I have. And so that I think is going to make a difference in how much water they waste because they won't be able to knock it out. But babies are growing, they're healthy. We are still working on the logistics of what's going to happen when it's time to wean them because we're pretty maxed out here on space and we're going to need another cage for them to go into, even though we're hoping that they're not going to be with us long once they're weaned, but we still need a place to put them to wean them. So we're still working out the logistics on where to put them. I know that David's got to build a cage, he's got to build a rack, all that's got to happen. But I mean, these guys are only 4.5 weeks old. They still have almost another month in here with mom. So that wraps up the bunny update. Now I need to go milk. Alright, so I just stepped out onto the patio. Look what I found. So the okra is starting to produce, but it's not like making a ton yet. I think, ooh, there's a second one. But it's not making a ton of okra yet. So as it comes, we just eat it. It's really good. Now this year we have been learning that, I mean, it's true I guess for many varieties of many things, that every variety of okra has its own unique flavor. My mom has been growing, she's got the Jing orange okra as well as the Okinawan pink, which we have the Okinawan pink, but the goat ate on the plant, so it's been recovering and not producing. But the Jing orange tastes really good raw, while the Okinawa is just kind of so-so. So that's just been a really fun journey, I guess, with the okra, is learning the different flavors. you free? Hi. Are you free of the cone, sweet love? So my project this morning before the heat comes in is the chicken coop. It's getting pretty gross, dusty, smelly. I just want to get it cleaned out and fresh bedding down and you know, freshen it up for these ladies. So gotta get to work before that heat comes in. Just ugh. Alright, the chicken coop is finished. It didn't really take all that long. It's just a matter of, you know, getting out and doing it and making sure the green bin has enough space, because unfortunately we just don't have anywhere here that we could really set it up to compost over a period of time. We currently just don't really have a setup where I can make a compost pile here. I would like to do it someday, but it may just be something that's not going to happen until our next property. With all the other animals that we have, it's just not prudent. And the dog is unfortunately obsessed with manure, and I don't want to make her sick by having her obsess over a pile of chicken manure. So it is what it is. We have to toss it. But now the chickens have a clean coop. Now I do have an inside project today, and that is cowboy candy. So I have right here a bowl of different colored jalapenos that I picked last night and this morning. And so we're gonna work on candying these jalapenos. Now with all these colors, we've got yellow, we've got green, we've got red. Let's see, somewhere in here I've got orange. So basically cowboy candy, but I'm kind of gonna call it cowboy Skittles. Ha! Taste the rainbow. So I'm working on that. I've also got other projects going in the kitchen today, so it may be a little crazy. I am filming a how-to video today on how to make these. It's not in this video today, but it is in the last video that I uploaded. So it's like time has no meaning. Now, so today I'm making cowboy candy. I've got bread in the oven. I made some baba ganoush, which is like a it's like a dip made out of eggplant. And let's see, I also have, oh, check this out. This is a barrel full of tomatoes that I picked just this morning. And I've got other tomatoes that have been sitting around waiting for a purpose. So the bulk of the tomatoes in here are this. This is an orange icicle tomato, and it's a Roma type tomato, and they're amazing. We have cut them up to put in like burritos and stuff, and they're amazing just by themselves. I'm gonna make a roasted tomato soup with a bunch of these guys because I have a ton of them. So we're gonna have some tomato soup for dinner. I've got bread in the oven, and I'm gonna try and make some mozzarella today so we can have grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. and everything came from our homestead, and I'm so excited. We'll have cheese from the goats. I mean, granted, the bread is not from the homestead per se because we didn't grow the flour, but I made it at home. And then we'll have the homemade cheese, and we'll have the homegrown tomato soup. I'm over the moon right now. I love when I can prepare like a whole meal on my own. Yeah, it's exciting. Anyway, so I'm going to start my how-to video on the cowboy candy, but I'll also be checking in with you guys on this video on kind of our progress. It's interwoven timelines here, so it'll be fun. Let's get going. Alright, so I just closed my video on how to make this cowboy candy, and now here they are, finished, beautiful, glorious. But while I was making these, the kids discovered that the grapes in the backyard were ready to go. So
we got a giant bowl of grapes freshly harvested.
look at that. Here, let's get the camera and I'll get a close-up of that bountiful harvest. Alright, let's see this beautiful harvest that you guys went out and got. Look at that. That's a bowl of grapes.
Yup. Right off our vine.
That's cool. How do they taste?
Good. Great.
Yeah? Yum. Very nice. Good job, guys. So I was busy on the stove and I needed to cool the bread that I baked for dinner tonight. So to make sure that they still got the airflow, I just propped up the cooling rack. It works. But now we have sandwich bread. Huzzah! Well, it's been quite a day in the kitchen. So when I finally got a chance to look at the clock, I realized that, hey, I'm not gonna have enough time to get the cheese made and to get the tomatoes roasted and everything. So we are actually deciding to postpone our grilled cheese and tomato soup dinner till tomorrow. So part of it is the fact that all the other kitchen projects kind of exploded the kitchen, and I just finished cleaning it up and it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening, and that's just a little too long for me to roast the tomatoes and to make the cheese, because the cheese is going to take at least an hour. So in the interest of feeding my family in a timely manner, we're going to push our tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich dinner to tomorrow. And David he's such an amazing husband. He came home from work and he offered to make dinner. So he's going to make dinner. I'm going to take it easy after my crazy busy day, because let's run a quick rundown of the things I did today. We mucked out the chicken coop after doing all the morning chores, you know, the rabbits, the goats, all that stuff. So we mucked out the chicken coop, harvested the entire garden, and then I made bread and baba ganoush and cowboy candy, and also, you know, did the mom thing all day. So it's been a busy day. I am wiped out. So I think this is where I'm gonna part ways with you guys for today. So as always, this is your urban nerd with a goat herd, so that you can grow where you're planted.